This room is filled with women whose stories inspire us. If I haven't had the chance to meet you, my name is Eden Bridgman. I am the CEO and owner of Ebony, and it's my honor to stand here and welcome you all today. We are so proud to stand with the Sisters Network, a remarkable organization that has dedicated and spent years advocating for Black women facing breast cancer, advancing education, access, and survivorship. Novartis has been an incredible ally in advancing education, awareness, and support. Please join me in welcoming Michelle Marsh as she leads us into this important conversation.
Good afternoon. It is so nice to be with all of you. We're going to welcome Angel Everett. Angel's journey through breast cancer is one marked by faith, resilience, and family. After her younger sister, Ebony, passed away in 2024 following a courageous battle with breast cancer. And Tiara Neal, the visionary founder and CEO of MyBEXA, an organization that is dedicated to transforming breast health through equitable and community-centered care. Angel, if we could start with you, walk us through how you began this journey. Start with the diagnosis and what led you to where you are right now.
My journey initially started with my younger sister, Ebony Faith. She was diagnosed with stage 2 triple negative breast cancer at the age of 23. She felt a lump at a Christmas party. She came home and was like, something doesn't feel right. It was stage 2. Immediately went into the process of chemo. In the midst of my sister going through her journey, I found out that I also was diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer. I opted for the bilateral mastectomy with reconstruction. And so in that process of being there for my sister, she was there for me in return. And then unfortunately, when her cancer came back almost like a year later, it was stage 4. And unfortunately, it just spread through her body, and it kind of just took a toll through that process. So I took another step of caregiving. Of course, when she passed, that was kind of one of the things we said we're still going to keep the memory and legacy going. We didn't have any pre-existing conditions. It was just my sister and I that was diagnosed.
I was just like Angel. I was 33 years old, no family history. I was diagnosed with stage 1 invasive ductal carcinoma. 6 months prior to being diagnosed, I had gone in for my yearly checkup with my gynecologist, and I asked for a clinical breast exam for the first time ever. My doctor told me she was beyond behind with all of her appointments, and that I was young, healthy, and had no family history, and that I should just continue doing my checks every first of the month. In that moment, I felt extremely unheard, unseen, dismissed, and discouraged in the healthcare system. I go to a new doctor, and she says, you know, you're young, you're healthy, you have no family history. Just to be safe, I'm gonna send you on for a mammogram and an ultrasound. I was at work when I got the call, and my doctor says, you're gonna be just as surprised as I was because you're so young and you have no family history, but you have breast cancer. I have to be here to raise my son. So whatever this fight looks like, I am going to do everything I possibly can. I'm gonna advocate, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna do anything and everything, which then led me to decide to get a bilateral mastectomy. 10 surgeries later, I am here and I'm thriving and I'm doing God's work.
Talk about your prescription to faith, leaning on faith, how that anchored you through such dark times.
During my breast cancer journey, my faith was the strongest it has ever been. And I was introduced to the CEO of BEXA, and he just said, you know, I'm looking for a woman of color, an advocate, a woman who can really reach the underserved populations in an intentional way. I co-founded what is now the BEXA Equity Alliance. We go and meet the women where they are.
And what would you want others to know that you think isn't discussed enough?
Unfortunately, women of color, we do get dismissed way more often than our counterparts. If you go to the doctor and you feel like you're being dismissed or you're being unheard, unseen, go get a second opinion, a third opinion, a fourth opinion. Go until you feel comfortable with the results that you are given. Advocate for yourselves, advocate for your community, and don't be afraid to fight. And do not take no for an answer if you think that there's a yes there.
I didn't sit around. I took action. If you feel something, say something. When you're walking through it, just have a strong community.
Tiara, Neal, Angel, Everett, we thank you so much for sharing your powerful stories.